Hello, I'm Josh George. Week 11 college football time. We're going to make some predictions after the intro.
Anyways, to the week 11 slate of games, I think it's going to be a fantastic slate. We start in the Big 12 with Baylor at TCU. I think this has potential to be a phenomenal matchup. Baylor 8-0, a really good team. As far as the Big 12 is concerned, I think this game's going to be all about the defense. I know the quarterbacks are really good. Brewer seems to be hitting his stride. Max Duggan, he's kind of fine. I mean, he's getting things done. He's looking pretty good for the young starter. But TCU's defense this season under Gary Patterson ranked 18th in total defense. Baylor ranks 33rd in total defense. I think it comes down to who can get some crucial stops. And I'm going to go with the guy I know at TCU, baby. But I just got a feeling that Brewer, I think he's going to make a few more plays. Find a way to win, though. Gotcha on that one. Baylor, 28. TCU, 24. Now, to a game in Norman. Iowa State and OU. Here's the key to this game. And not a lot of people are going to be able to point this one out. Buki, he's a defensive back at the University of Oklahoma. He's very short. Was a 5-star, very athletic guy, but he's very short. He's going to be going up against Charlie Kolar. He's a tight end, number 88 for Iowa State. He is from Norman. He's going to be extra pumped up to play in his hometown, who did not offer him a scholarship, going up against a much shorter defender. I think he can make some crucial plays for Iowa State. But my gut says after the bye week, OU is going to have some things fixed. I think they're going to find a way to win in a very, very close game. I have the Sooners 30, Iowa State 24. Another game in the Big 12. Kansas State at Texas in Austin. The FPI gives the Longhorns 67.4% chance to win this football game. But Chris Klieman has his team trending in the right direction. They've won 3 in a row. Tom Herman has his team trending in the wrong direction. Almost lost to Kansas. And then they lost to TCU and Oklahoma. So that's their last 3 games. Really, it's going to come down to which quarterback can run the ball better. If it's Ellinger or Thompson. Really, it's just a gut pick. Thompson has looked better running the football the last 3 weeks. So I went with Kansas State to beat Texas. I have them 29-27. Two teams undefeated in the Big Ten. Penn State goes on the road to face the team that is rowing the boat in Minnesota. I think this could be an astounding matchup. Both the defenses are really, really good. Minnesota ranks 13th in total defense, and Penn State ranks 9th in total defense. It's going to come down to talent, though. If you look at the 247 talent composite, Penn State ranks 10th. Minnesota only 46th. So can the less talented Minnesota keep finding a way to win, rowing the boat, as they like to say? My gut says not today. I have Penn State 17, Minnesota 9. Iowa at Wisconsin. This sets up to be another interesting matchup. Jonathan Taylor is a great running back for Wisconsin. He's in the Heisman race. He's done really good. I think the key to this game, though, is Iowa's offense. That in conference play, their points per game is at 14.2. That's barely over 2 touchdowns. So if Jonathan Taylor can find a way to get in the end zone 2 times, I really like Wisconsin's chances in this one. So I went with the Badgers 16, the Hawkeyes 14. Then Maryland at Ohio State. This was one of the quickest picks I've ever made in my college football prediction career. Ohio State has a 99.2% chance to win according to the FPI. Maryland has not looked good as of late. I have the Buckeyes 45, the Terrapins 6. To Wake Forest at Virginia Tech. Now, I think Wake Forest has one of the most up-and-coming defensive coordinators around. Lyle Hemphill is their defensive coordinator, and he emphasizes on defense, touching the football. If you're a DB, knock it away, touch the football. They count it in practice, and they have a point system. Whoever touches the football the most gets some kind of a prize. And it is actually affecting their turnover game at Wake Forest. And, in fact, they are 29th in turnover margin. They're also well coached overall because they're second in fewest penalties. Virginia Tech, on the other side, has been a topsy-turvy team. Almost beat Notre Dame, but got blown out by Duke earlier this season. I just went with the team that I think is going to play better defense and the team that doesn't get penalized, which is Wake Forest. I have them 24-20. Notre Dame at Duke. Duke has one of the hardest schedules this season, but they're doing okay. Right now, Duke is averaging 24.6 points per game, but Notre Dame is scoring 35.6 points per game. Where Duke is only allowing 25.9 points per game, Notre Dame is only allowing 20.9 points per game. Duke just seems to be the better team. Notre Dame just seems to be the better team. So I'm going with Notre Dame 27, Duke 23. I said the Ohio State game was one of the quickest. This one may have been the quickest game I've ever picked. I picked Clemson. The FPI gives Clemson a whopping 97.9, and NC State got whopped by Wake Forest last week, and Clemson whopped Wofford. So it seems like they're way more in form than they have been the entire season. So I have Clemson 60, NC State 7. To the game of the week in the Pac-12, USC at Arizona State. A big coaching matchup. Herm the Worm Edwards against Clay Helton on the hot seat. USC ranks 7th in completion percentage. I can say that about them. Other than that, they're kind of on the hot seat. Clay Helton's kind of on the hot seat, and they have not looked too good in crunch time. I just feel like Herm Edwards is going to watch a lot of film. I just feel like he's going to find a way to win. I have the Fighting Herm Edwards is 24, Clay Helton's team 19. Now, my super dog of the week. Missouri's getting 8.5 points against a Georgia team who's coming off a high after that big win against Florida. And with Kelly Bryant coming back from Missouri, I think he's going to be back in form finally. I think he's going to be 100% off that injury. Give me the number. And Georgia needs to watch out for Missouri. Now, to the game of the week. the big one we've all been talking about for almost all season now. LSU goes down to Tuscaloosa to face Alabama. It could be a good game. There's a lot of talking points in this one. Tua versus Boa. Edo on the rise against the seasoned veteran of Nick Saban. Bama leads the series, however, at 53-25. And I know that you can talk about the offense versus the defense in this one. Bama's total defense currently ranks 9th, where LSU's total defense ranks 24th. Now, LSU's total offense ranks 3rd. Bama's total offense ranks 8th. But it's going to come down to turnover margin, and Alabama ranks number 1. Now, Alabama's won 8 in a row. LSU's last win in the series was in 2011 in Tuscaloosa. All of that adds up to, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not going to pick against the Tide in this rivalry until LSU proves to me that they can actually beat the Tide. So I've got Alabama 35, LSU 30. This was Josh George's Week 11 College Football Prediction Show.